First off, I want to say, I really don't want to do this video. My life is immersed in trying to bring together everybody of every mindset, color, creed through our shared humanity. It's all I do besides take care of my kids. That is my life. But I feel my daughter's school has forced my hand. My name is Billy Park. I live in Northampton, Massachusetts. I'm the father of a teenager. I may live here now, but I grew up in the South in the 70s, and I know very well what racism looks like. It was all around me in my school, in my town, most everywhere you looked. And I'm not going back to that time. But I can tell you from firsthand knowledge, racism was taught to my daughter at Northampton Montessori School. It pains me to say that. I don't want to say that. But it was. And it needs to stop. Is it being taught through, quote, critical race theory? No. But in some ways, it's even more dangerous. It's hidden in other terms that have the same damage. Ideas like white privilege, which says you should be ashamed of the color of your skin. The skin you were born with. You should be ashamed of that. And you should apologize for atrocities that you and me and our kids had nothing to do with. You can read more about that mindset in a book called White Privilege by Robin DiAngelo. Sadly, it's a New York Times bestseller. It's hard to comprehend. It's hard for me to talk about. It upsets me so much. They are teaching the next generation to focus on the color of skin and not on the content of character, like MLK so famously said. In my daughter's classroom, they read a book that I didn't know about until my daughter brought it home by Ibram X. Kendi called Stamped. This is it. In this book, Ibram X. Kendi teaches that amazing Americans like Abraham Lincoln, and get this, George Washington Carver, were cowards. And better yet, Martin Luther King could have done more. The man literally lost his life fighting for civil rights. And then they tried to get my daughter to read another book, but I was already had my eye all over her classroom. And luckily, I got to it before she read it. This is it. This is called This Book is Anti-Racist. It is by a woman named Tiffany Jewell. Is coincidentally a former student of Northampton Montessori School. On the cover it says, 20 lessons on how to wake up, take action, and do the work. The scariest thing about this book is it looks like a comic book, and it's very captivating. It has amazing illustrations throughout the book that will draw teenagers in. It has great copy. It's funny. It's witty. It has fun exercises for the kids. But within this book is very sinister ideas, and I'm just going to talk about one. And that idea is that Tiffany Jewell encourages our kids to do mostly whatever it takes to get across her anti-white message. To be rude, to be aggressive, to be bullying, to get in the face of everybody if they don't listen and swallow it all over this land. That's the kind of messages in this book. And there's so many more. I'm not going to get in it. You should read the book. But that's not the really sad thing, y'all. Sorry. The really sad thing is they're teaching kids that can't even read yet to focus on the color of skin through organization at her school named Embrace Race. You can look them up at embracerace.org because they're doing scary stuff. I witnessed it firsthand in Zoom conferences, and my jaw was on the ground. And they got smiles about it while they're doing it. So they obviously think they're doing something good, but I promise you they're not. They are literally prodding kids to take their crayons and add brown and black shades to their stick figures. Think about that. The beauty of kids, the pure magic of kids, is they don't see color like me and you. And they're trying to take that away. And I'm not going to stay silent about that. Lastly, I want to say this, and this is important. Northampton Montessori School was overall a great school for my kids. She learned things in that school she could never learn in another school in our town. And I'm grateful for that. But, and this is a big but, y'all. If they think that teaching this ideas of focused on the color of our skin is helping the next generation, they are sorely mistaken. It is doing anything but. I can promise you, I came from a time of racism all around. And this new racism is deadly scary. And the scary thing is whites are the main ones doing it, at least in my town. They're racist towards their own skin color. The teachers at my daughter's school were amazing. I loved them. Overall, great experience. I don't know if my kid had been there through kindergarten, I would feel that way. And I'm scared for those kids that are there through kindergarten. I really am. I can tell you this. If schools aren't going to stop teaching these ideals that divide us through race and focus on the color of our skin, us as parents are going to do it. People like me and you. And the first step you can do to do this, y'all, an easy step, is go to the website fairforall.org. That's FAIRFORALL.org. I spell it out because it's that important. These people, which has races, colors, creeds, mindsets of all kinds, are coming together and getting in the face of schools and immersing themselves with parents and very famous people and movers and shakers to stop what is going on in our nation. And they're not doing it rude. They're not doing aggressive. And they're not bullying like Tiffany Jewell suggested. They're doing it by educating, just showing parents what's going on. If you're a parent, I get it if you're scared. Trust me. Excuse me. I get it. I live in a town surrounded by liberals, many of them woke. And many of the ones who see this video, will see this video probably eventually, are friends of my wife and my kids. But I don't care. This is worth it. They can come at me. This is for my kids. Nothing matters more. And I know you feel the same about your kids. I know you do. So we need to start stepping out now. Start speaking out. Start reaching out. Go to fairforall.org. Read these books so you know what's going on before your kids do. We got to take this head on, y'all. We can't divide through race and be focused on color. As I tell everybody that comes into my One Love gallery, unite through our commonality. Don't divide through our differences, because we are all family under the roof of humanity, y'all. One love. Have a great day.